You've heard about the law of attraction and a lot of terms used in reference to it. Today, I'm going to shine some light on what it all means. I'm Carol Tuttle. I'm a teacher, a healer, and a best selling author of 6 books. Most recently, Mastering Affluence 6 Lessons to Create a Life You Love. I have extensive experience not only healing my own life, but helping millions of people heal and create lives they love. You've probably heard about the law of attraction. It's become popular in the last 10, 15 years. In fact, you could say it's trendy. It's trendy to the point that you might minimize its value or importance because all of a sudden something becomes so present and everybody's talking about it. We tend to want to go, if you're someone that doesn't want to be trendy, you may have been resistant to learning more, or you may think somehow it's in conflict with religious practices or it's new agey and its function is like superficial, that it doesn't give credit to God and it really displaces God when people talk about the universe. Well, in my book, Remembering Wholeness, I shed a lot of light on what this all means. And the universe, especially, is just the place we exist. We exist in the universe. We live on a planet that resides in the universe. And the universe has a formulation, a function, a power. So let's go through several terms. We're going to talk about what the law of attraction means in its simplest form. You've heard of the book or the movie The Secret. We're going to talk about a book called Think and Grow Rich. And then 3 terms that are very, very commonly used in reference to the law of attraction, which you could also say are very trendy. The word abundance, intention, and affirmation. What do those really mean? What are they referring to? And how can you get the best use of these functions? Let's start with the law of attraction. The simplest thing to understand is it's working whether you believe it or not. It's like gravity. If you decide you don't believe in gravity, that doesn't mean it won't operate and function in your life. It always is. I like to think of the law of attraction as the process of creation. It's the law of creation. In fact, I learned about it way back in 1981. Nobody was talking about this in sort of the collective conversation. There weren't thought leaders. There weren't people teaching it. There wasn't the internet. You had to find it. You had to go looking for it. It was something that was seen as sort of weird, and still can be. You had to really kind of sniff it out, be someone that was drawn to this kind of information. In its most basic understanding, the law of attraction references some common phrases that we've grown up with. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You reap what you sow. Ask and ye shall receive. These are all super common universal truths we've embraced. And the basis of them is whatever you put out there, you get in return. It comes back to you multiplied. And when you think about the fact that we do reside in the universe, we live in the formulation of expansion. Everything is always expanding. We live in a universe that's constantly expanding. It keeps growing. It keeps producing. More creation comes forward from it. The experience of nature, the system of nature, the nature kingdom, it operates consistently in this function of creation. You plant a seed, it grows more of the same. And so your thoughts are those seeds. You put out an energy every day. You're either accidentally creating your life or you're consciously choosing to create your life. In fact, in the book Mastering Affluence, I have a really good quote where I talk about that you're an engineer. You're engineering your reality, and you're either accidentally engineering your reality or you're consciously engineering. And you can think of it as co-consciously, co-creating, that God and you, this power that's a power beyond yourself, is available for you to employ in that creation. So don't think you're dismissing God and powers greater than yourself, the energy of the divine, by accepting the law of attraction. You're actually honoring it because it's a God-given formulation that allows us to have a choice. Any parent would want their child to be more empowered, more accountable, more willing to take on their life and say, I'm going to be proactive in creating something better for myself. Any parent would be thrilled about that. So heavenly parents see us the same way. They're thrilled by our functioning, by showing up. We're showing up and saying, I can create my life. What do I want to create? So that's the law of attraction in its simplest form. Your thoughts, your emotions, your energy from your body put out a signal. That signal attracts to you whatever you believe. Your beliefs are both conscious and subconscious. You have a lot of subconscious beliefs that actually affect that signal. I have a lot of support for clearing those subconscious beliefs at the Carol Tuttle Healing Center. Over 100 videos, a lot of them are clearing sessions, and you're a carrier of old generational programming that your subconscious mind runs beliefs that contributes to that signal. Want to know what you're believing? Look what's showing up. It's that simple. Now let's talk about two bodies of work that really became the forefront in material that people studied to understand the law of attraction. The earlier work is Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill wrote this book decades ago. It's one of the most accepted bodies of work to understand the law of attraction, especially when it comes to money and finances. It's been read by literally millions of people, translated in many, many languages, and one of the earlier works that actually has been received by millions. Now, there's earlier works than that of less well-known authors. You can find it dating all the way back into the 1920s, 30s, 40s. But Napoleon Hill was one of the first to bring it to the public mainstream. Then, followed by that, in the more current history, The Secret was a movie that then was a book that actually hit the kind of the viral trend. It was one of the first viral experiences because the internet was young. And around 2004-05, that hit the viral activity of the internet. Oprah became a big spokesperson for it and became very well known. And it teaches again that the law of attraction is this big secret. And once you discover it, it presents as though the ancients kept that, the higher echelon and indigenous, more tribal and customs of ancient people, that only the wealthy knew this. And I don't know if that's true, but it's available to all of us, and we can all learn this in a way that suits our own spiritual and even religious preferences, because you need to really cater it to your own belief system. And that's easy to do. You really can. You don't want to take it verbatim from someone else, somebody else's model. I really encourage you to bring in your own spirituality, your own practice, and make it work for you. Then the three words that get thrown out a lot are abundance, intention, and affirmation. Let's look at abundance. I think it's one of the most misunderstood terms in the world of the law of attraction because its default references anything that's really, really good in a lot, and mostly money. Abundance refers to a lot of anything that's desirable or good. Abundance can be narrowed down to a lot of money. Well, let's take all that off it. Just remove all that. Because when you just look at the word abundance, it means a lot of whatever. You have an abundance of whatever. And the truth is, you're always creating in abundance. It's impossible not to. It's impossible to create anything in a minimal amount. It's just what directs that abundance is what you're focused on. What are you targeting? What are you giving attention to? So let's pretend you have this spectrum here. On this side is debt. Let's use money. Lots and lots of debt. On this side is lots and lots of wealth, accumulation of money, a lot of great money flow, and a lot of money accumulated. So you've got lots of debt. You've got lots of wealth. Okay, so then you have this spectrum in between. Yeah, you can create an abundance anywhere on that spectrum. Absolutely anywhere. Where are you going to put your attention? Over here on I'm creating a lot of money, a lot of flow and accumulation, or wow, I have a lot of debt. How do I get out of this debt? I never have enough money. Money's so hard. Money's hard to come by. See the difference? So whatever you put your thought and projection on, you're going to create an abundance. Once I understood this, that it's a given, I don't have to try and create abundance. It's a given. I always will get an abundance. That one was taken care of. I had to really train my mind, my energy to put my signal on what I wanted. My thoughts, my emotions, and my body energy. I had to train it to put it on what I wanted. That's what I do in this book. I train you how to put your attention on what you want, so you get an abundance of it. I use the word affluence rather than abundance because I felt that was differentiating from the misunderstanding that's so common in using the word abundance, and other reasons which I explain in the book. Let's look at intentions. Now, intentions are, what's the difference between intention and affirmation? I've had this question presented to me numerous times in my role as a teacher here online, and I think, well, intention's the bigger piece. It's the belief, it's the desire, it's the I'm going to create more money coming in than going out the rest of my life. That's my intention. I'm going to create wealth. Well, money's such an obvious one to play with in teaching you this. I'm, by all means, not just concerned about money, but you want to create, I'm a wealthy person, okay? That's a experience at large. That's the bigger umbrella. Intention is, what do I want in my bigger experience of my life here? That's my intention, my declaration. I'm going to create it. The affirmation piece now are these single I am statements that help create that intention. They're training of the mind, training of the thought process, training the subconscious mind. Affirmations are very more linear thinking, training of the mind processes. So let's just say my intention is to create wealth and security with money, that I'm always financially secure. All right, my affirmations might look like there's always more money coming in than going out. I'm grateful for money being so easy to come by. I'm grateful for that I can actually do less and receive more. I'm grateful that my money multiplies itself. See all those affirmations that then feed the bigger intention? So what are your bigger intentions? You could call them big life goals. But they work with each other. They're supportive of each other. And so big picture wants, desires, or intentions, and then all the pieces that create that are the affirmations that you train yourself to put your energy on. I'm going to give attention to this. I'm going to create putting that energy out into the world. So those are some really insightful awarenesses to help you embrace this principle, this practice, this formula, so it's useful to you. Share in a comment how this has helped you, and like the video if this has been a supportive content piece. Also, if you've got a question or any kind of positive comment, thanks for sharing it in a comment. You can go to healwithcarol.com. That's what I was talking about earlier with the Carol Tuttle Healing Center is a valuable, valuable resource to help you clean out all the junk that's creating interference with the signal you're putting out in the world, so that you're not getting stuff that's really about your ancestors' lives, not yours. You don't need to keep running their story and their energy just because you were born into it. Check it out, healwithcarol.com. Subscribe to my channel because you're going to get more great videos to help you create a life you love.